Hey, Shalom, giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Church of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the sincere and hopeful elect. There's your brother Kwadash Payam, and I just wanted to make a quick lesson on the a blood moon that's gonna appear, and the eclipse gonna appear on the 26th, right, which is tomorrow, and tonight the Sabbath starts. Tuesday to Wednesday. And then right after, this is going to appear. You see, and there's many articles on it, right? And we know that according to the scriptures, that these are the signs in the heavens, in the sky, that the Lord spoke about. The scripture spoke about it, right? And it allows you to know, the season you in, the time, and warnings, right? When it comes to eclipses and red moons and things of that nature, even super moons, those are warnings unto those that understand, right? Because every time there was appearance of those signs in the skies, things occurred, and a lot of things are occurring now. We're in the time of prophecy. You have a lot of signs in the skies. You have, a lot of chariots popping up, and we're going to get into that. But first, I want to get this scripture. Let me refresh this. In the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 14, it says, "And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years." So there you go, right? So if there's no moon in the sky, you know that it's a new moon, a new month. The season, and we understand, according to the scriptures, what time we're living in, right? The scriptures say there's a time for peace and a time for war. We're in a time of war, Now, with that being stated, let's get the book of Luke, chapter. Matter of fact, hold on. Oh, you know what? Luke chapter 21, verse 11. I'm gonna start with that. I don't got these scriptures in order, But anyway, it says, St. Luke chapter 21, verse 11, "And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences," diseases, lack of food, lack of substance. You see the crops being destroyed. You seeing and that's causing famines. You seeing, remember Bill Gates he owns the farmlands now, and they're destroying it because you got a lot of wildfires, right? Which a lot of those are warning signs from the scriptures. Those are prophecies. "And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven." So we've been seeing more fearful sights and great signs in the sky, in the heavens. Many chariots, right? And you also got something called Salakia, apparitions, right? And the Lord created spirits for vengeance, angels, and they bringing judgment upon different places of the earth. Now we're gonna go back to Genesis 1 and 14 and actually get the word. We can actually get that word. Hold on. Let's get it. Genesis 1 and 14. It says, "In the firmament of the heaven a divide from the night." Here it is where it says, "And let them be for signs." You're going to get that word.
Strong's H226. Oath.
Right? It almost sounds like oath. like a promise. But it says a remembrance, a banner. Let me start from the top. Sign, signal. You know, when you send a signal, that's like a warning. Miraculous sign, omen, warning, right? Token in sign, standard, miracle proof. But it says omen and warning, and I just mentioned the word apparition, right? You've seen some people call it meteors in the skies. In the ancient times, when they saw things like that, they knew that it was a warning. You know what I mean? Because we in a time of prophecy. There's so much things happening. Look at the time of Egypt. When the Lord brought the 10 plagues, he caused darkness in the land. He caused hail, right? He caused people to get lice and different pestilences, So these things the Lord is doing now, but even greater, right? So this is why the scripture right here says in the book of St. Luke chapter 21 verse 25, it says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations." And we're seeing that happening now. You got proxy wars, you got, conflict between Israel and what is it, Gaza or Palestine. Right? So the Lord is destroying that place, Israel right now, Jerusalem, because he has to cleanse it. So that way, the kingdom of heaven could be reestablished, the house of David, And that's also how we're at the end too. Because the Lord is about to take us out of this land to bring us back to our own land. Just like how he took us out of Egypt. You see? And this day, where we at, America, aka Babylon, spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, reincarnation of Rome. So the Lord is going to take us out of this captivity. The elect, those that believe in his true name and the true doctrine. It says the sea and the waves roaring. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. So you even seeing the government, these elites, they seeing the chariots more and more. They getting worried. They're failing in fear, right? And that's why they're trying to build a space force, this, that, trying to cover things up in the media, But things are coming out, man. Everything that's done in the dark, it shall be brought to light, roughly paraphrasing. So things are coming to light, The light is being shed in this dark place. You see? And people are getting fearful, even with the pandemic, so-called, people getting different side effects and, disease-like side effects. So why? Because they trust in his word than the Lord. Now there's the book of Acts chapter 2 verse 17, "And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams." See, so the Lord is pouring his spirit out, man. People are having visions, dreams of this place being destroyed, and we know that Yahushua told us, signs in the heavens, fearful sights, So let's get back to Acts chapter 2 and verse 18 now. And on my servants and on my maidens, I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will show, verse 19, "And I will show wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. So you seeing what's that scripture? Where it mentions have it already been kindled? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Now, real swiftly, this is the book of Luke, St. Luke chapter 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will it, Salakia, and what will I if it already been kindled? So yeah, you seen destruction on the earth. You seen waters turning red, you know? And those are signs. So I'm get another precept, and I'm gonna close it. Book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 30, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, fire, and pillars of smoke. And you've seen a lot of these things happen with these wars and everything. Yo, the Lord is speaking, man. The Lord is speaking. He's having more and more earthquakes, volcanoes erupting, right? A lot of so-called natural disasters when at least it's trying to say it's climate change. No, it's not. They got something called HARP and Project Bluebeam, where they can manipulate the weather. Because the Lord gave them that ability to do so. But nonetheless, it's the Lord that's doing it. Because the scriptures say the deceiver and the deceiver are his. You know what I mean? Anyway, so with that, I hope this video was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We at the end of this thing, man. Alright? The Lord, the moon and the sun and all that the Lord created, that's his clock. He's letting you know, like, yo, what time we in? Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Isaiah 55 and 6. Shalom.